going? How's your summer been going?
Summer's been going great. Yeah, it seems to be a little faster every year, but
Yeah.
it was a great summer. Yeah.
What have you been kind of mentally preparing the guys with motivational quotes and stuff in the mornings? Like, what's your specific way of doing that?
Yeah, well, we talk pretty regular. I wouldn't say we talk every day. Whenever I was gone on my vacation, I would be in contact with them regular. Just encourage them to continue on and to be leaders within the group, in there in the weight room, and then as they go outside and do their own skills and drills and things like that outside, to make sure that they're always being leaders when they're out there, because we need some of those veteran guys. Even though we're a young team, some of our young players who got playing experience, now we're relying on to be leaders and to be active in that.
You have a lot of freshmen coming in. Who do you anticipate, just looking at them in their workouts and stuff, who do you anticipate being able to come in and work through that depth chart pretty quickly?
It was a lot easier when you had Greg Brooks and Devin Bush showed up early and got here in January. So guys like that come in, they've got a little bit of an advantage. But what we've seen so far in the summer and everything from the guys that got here in the summertime, we're excited about all of them, and we've gone around as a staff and tried to discuss, hey, who do we think might have an impact early with some of these freshman groups? And every year, this is our 5th year now being together, it never seems to be the person that you think might be able to do it. It's always somebody else. And usually it has more to do with how well do they adjust to the college transition, now on a schedule and having to do everything a certain way. The ones that can adjust to that way of life a little bit better are the ones that typically get on the field the fastest. But I always think the guys that show up in January have a real advantage.
You guys have a lot of game planning and stuff to do for Portland State. How much of that gets worked in at the beginning of fall camp, and how much of it is just continue to work on fundamentals and stuff like that?
Well, there'll be so much of an emphasis on fundamentals. We spent a lot of time in spring football doing that. That was the theme around the staff room, is that we wanted to get better at fundamentals and technique. And we didn't sacrifice time away from that during our practice schedule. We stayed with fundamentals every day. We're going to do that again during training camp, but we have looked at Portland State and really our first 5 opponents. When we were on the road recruiting during April and May, the support staff was back creating those scouting reports, those preliminary game plans for that. So there's been a lot of work that's been involved, not only in Portland State, but really our first 5 opponents.
Physically, do you like how your guys came in and how they look now after the summer?
Coach True did a great job with them, he and the strength staff, and I know that you guys just visited with him a minute ago. The transformation is always remarkable when you see him, and the strength has gone considerably up on these guys, and you're seeing guys transform their bodies and their body composition from what was pretty good to now really lean and efficient guys. And that's just more time with Coach True and the nutrition program and in the weight room. So their bodies are in great shape. They're in the greatest shape that they've been in. And now we just got to transition that into the football field and get them to maximize that ability.
Coach, the gentleman, the program came in to talk to you, former Marines. Tell me a little bit about that.
I didn't know what to expect with that either, when those guys came in, and I ended up kind of Googling and seeing some things they did at some other schools, and it was really remarkable. What they focused on more than anything was leadership within the team. So, and they asked for volunteers and different things that they did, and we wanted to see who would jump out there and who would take the lead, who wanted to grab that mantle of leadership. And then we put some guys in some positions where they had to lead in some really adverse situations. So it was really the players working together to accomplish something. There was a physical element to it, but it was really more mental and more leadership, and seeing how they would respond when things got tough or the environment changed around them. But the transformation from the first day to 48 hours later when the program guys left was really remarkable. And I think there are things that we will continue to reinforce throughout training camp in this season that we'll fall back on and rely on. What are some things that we learned when those guys are here that we can take with us that now we're seeing in our season to be able to grow?
Thank you.